up? What's up? Thank you guys for being here. I know it's late. So tried to come and bring you a little bit of content since we weren't on yesterday. Yesterday I turned the big 36. Um so there's that. It was it was a good birthday. The best thing I could have ever asked for is just to be with my family, my wife and my kids, and it's the best present ever. Um so it's I don't know if it goes slower, um if the years go by slower or faster. I know since probably the age of 21, uh the years have just flew by. So that's it. Oh, thank you guys, thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate it. Hey, Dazed and Confused, I hope your new job is going well. um I know that's probably hard to juggle this all, doing um, social media. And I don't know if you have a TikTok. I think you do, don't you? We just started a TikTok, so I don't know why I added on more than I could already uh, chew. I mean, we've got Instagram, Facebook, now TikTok, and YouTube. But it's something new. So I got a few things I was going to talk to you guys about. We're going to go over some stuff that I forgot that we've never went over. Kim Holmes, small fries. Florence White, glad to see you caught alive. Like the morning. DJ, I answered some of your guys' questions over here in the Q&A. If you are not familiar with that, that's what's over here pinned to the top. I asked, and then I can pin uh, somebody that has that wants to answer that question or has a question. I'll pin it over there and I can ask, or I can answer it, if that makes more sense. Miliari and Brianna, thanks for being here. Thank you guys for being here so late. Blue Eyes Webster, Miliari, Sparker, Dynamite, Graham E, Michelle Macklin, Miss Delta Lady, MacGyver. See, Trees Prophet. Make sure I got everybody. Hey, Danielle. How are you doing? Deal? Guys, I'm glad y'all are here this late. So this is good. I forgot that we hadn't played. Oh, thank you, Sparker. Wow. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Happy belated birthday. Thank y'all, man. That's awesome. But so what I was gonna say is, hey, Crystal Combs, hey, Beth Ball, hey, Vision Blue, Susan Smith, thank you for the happy birthday. Daisy Few says she loves her job. Midnight Rain, trying to not miss anybody. Donna L, Hattie's Hunches and Inklings, Donnie Wing or Dobby Wing. She said you're old now. I'm also 1986. Oh, that's cool. We're the same age. Kitty cats. All right. Hopefully I'm caught up, guys. I should have done that at the beginning and went in order, but I didn't. So there's Sparker. Thank you, Daisy Fuse. Marie, how are you? Erna and Spatch. Oh, she said, believe me, they go by faster every year. I don't know. It's just like, regardless of my age, I guess the more I guess that life throws at you, more responsibilities you have, time flips by quicker than ever. Anyway, so I forgot that I never showed you guys uh the rest of the Joseph Gully tapes and let you hear where we called and talked to him. So we're gonna go over that. Do you remember the case where I showed you guys? Well, we've been talking about it. The cop that was from Southwest Virginia that drove to Riverside, California, and committed triple homicide and then an abduction of an underage girl. Well, on the last live, Allie had pulled up. Now, this is very, very crazy. and I'm going to add to this. Oh, thank you. Dana Carter. It's Camden, but it's okay. A lot of people make that mistake. It's Camden, but my own grandparents call me Cameron sometimes. Oh, your sister's birthday is 12/11 too. Oh, thank you, Vision Blue. Oh, you're older than me. Oh, Marie, I'm sorry about that. I hate to hear that. You lost your mom and your aunt. Well, I will pray for you at the end of this that God puts peace in your heart. I'm sorry about that. Thank you guys for all the happy birthdays. Y'all are awesome, man. That makes me feel good. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, the catfish, Rome Mountain. Yes. Okay, so we found out through as the news has come out that the Virginia State Police said that they let him go due to human error because he had a psych evaluation back in 2016 where he had, tried to hurt himself. This I'm speaking of the cop, Austin Edwards. Here, let me go ahead and pull this up. This is what I'm going to do. So let me start over and we'll go in order. How's that? That sound better? Let's go in order. That I made a video about this and I'm sitting here like trying to freestyle it and I'm like, I got a video right here that I made. I'm actually prepared and I'm not used to that. So this will be easier for you guys to follow. Okay. So let me start here. First off, guys, so this was our recap from YouTube. The other night I showed you that you guys, if this is all because of you, we had hit 2 million views. Just, I think it's about 10 days now. But this was our recap for the year 2022. We had 120,000 total likes that you guys liked our channel. That's amazing. And 30.9 million minutes that you guys watched our channel. That blew my mind. And like it says right there, thank you for your support. We couldn't have made it this year. We couldn't have made this year happen without you. We didn't write this. This is what YouTube wrote us. I just copied it and downloaded it. But that's freaking amazing. I didn't know the analytics were like that. Oh, man, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Marie. Let me see here, guys. Y'all are so awesome. I'm missing all these birthday wishes. Y'all are amazing. Okay. Hey, Donna Cash. Clove, thank you. Hello. Midnight Rain. She said, Marie, I'll keep you in your thoughts and prayers. What's up, Banjo Trance? Okay. Let me get caught up here, guys, with everybody. I was so sad, and I watched that video with JSB, and I laughed so hard. I kept watching it. Look, that's somebody said that earlier. Said they don't want no bashing of any creators. That was not to bash any creators. Oh, thank you, DJ. Member for 3 months. Happy birthday. Thank you. If I can do this with this. That is crazy that it's not letting me. She used her 3-month message. She's been our member for 3 months, and she used her message to say happy birthday. Anyway, what I was talking about was, I just lost my train of thought. Great. What did somebody say? Oh, the video. So people took this too seriously. That video that you were talking about where we made, where you said it made you laugh. I'll go back to that in just a minute. People were like, "Oh, that was the cat. That was the cat." I was like, yeah, okay. We didn't know it was the cat. We just thought it was funny. We tried to make people laugh. If you were having a day where you were down and out, it was just for humor. That's it. Um, I got some clips that I downloaded today that you know that the same woman that the clip was in that was in that clip said that she went and spoke to all these courthouses and that they're going to be going after people and that uh, she said that I've filed a false police report on her. I have the video. We'll play it. I said I had a tip when I called the TBI, and I said, uh, and I just wanted to show to if y'all remember this clip. I uh, I asked the TBI when I talked to this lady if I would like to report a tip about a neighbor, and I was going to report the tracks. How we noticed that she was speaking about the tracks before anybody said anything about footprints and how she was following them in the direction. I wanted to report that to an investigator for the TBI, but they never called me back. I never got a call back, and I wanted to show that in real time that they weren't. I didn't say anything about YouTube. I didn't say anything, uh, about social media whatsoever. Um, but I saw that creator, that individual that was about that the flatulence clip. uh, she said that she went to multiple courthouses and she even though she didn't feel good, she was in a elevator with a bunch of investigators, and it made her do the happy wiggle or something, happy wiggles or something. I was like, what? And that it was, it's going to be a free for all, that law enforcement's coming after creators. I don't listen. The only thing we have ever questioned is what she said on that channel. I don't have to retract anything. I'm not worried about anything. What she has said when she's been a guest on other creators' channels and now her own channel is open for discussion. It's open for to be criticized, commented on, etc. So, you know, I don't see how you could validly fight that in the court of law. I don't, you know, somebody show me where she's coming on there speaking about information involving a case. If she's a witness, then she is tearing her credibility as a witness apart because she's coming on social media and talking about the whole case. And then if she did go meet with all these officers and stuff today and these investigators, I'm sure they're not going to appreciate you going straight to social media and telling what their plans are. It just doesn't sound uh, like reality to me. I don't know. Hey, I plead the fifth. Hey, Marie. Hey, yo, Bubs. Uh, what are your thoughts? I mean, do you see where I'm coming from? Let me find my phone real quick. Mm. Where's my phone? Well, I have no idea. So I guess we're not going to be doing that. I was going to play a clip for you. But let's just go on to this. That was my I guess answer to what she said on her live this evening. So I mean I have no idea what to say about that. Okay. All right, back to this. Okay. Got ahead of ourselves here. So we went over this right here. Oh, Imagine Peace, member for 2 months. Thank you. Thank you for the happy birthday. You agree with me? Thank you. J Dub, hey, thank you, J Dub. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. All right. So this is what we're going to be going over. Anti-corruption. Um and we're going to keep playing. Hey guys, I'm trying to keep up with you. I'm not going to get distracted in the chat. If I keep looking over there, we'll never get anywhere. So let me keep going here. So I put this little presentation together. So this goes on. This is what we were talking about. This is Austin Edwards. He was an officer for the Virginia State Police who very shortly after graduating from the academy and being hired by the Virginia State Police as a state trooper, in October, he resigns, is what they first said. Well, we read a clip the other night on our live where he had a psych evaluation 2016 and had to be had to go to a psych hospital. Then we read in that last article where the Riverside Police Department said they had not asked, Riverside, California, did not ask for the Washington County Sheriff's Office, where he had a job, was still in the orientation phase, had bought a house right before going, blacked out the windows. This guy really thought he was going to go to California where he was catfishing a 15-year-old girl, take out her family, take her, come back, go to work, I guess, on Monday as a deputy, and keep her prisoner in the home. Oh, guys, thank you so much. There's Clove. Happy birthday, Kim, member for 2 months. Spark, member for 3 months. He has that effect on people. Brianna, member for 4 months. Happy birthday. Thank you, guys. I plead the fifth. Happy birthday. Thank you, guys. I'm just now seeing certain ones over there because I can't see on StreamYard. I can't see some of your messages on this screen, like when you do your members messages. Oh, wow. Hold on one sec. Florence White, thank you so much for the happy birthday. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. You didn't have to do that. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much. Wow, guys, I love y'all to death. Y'all are awesome. Okay, so I'm going to read this to y'all real quick. It says, Abingdon, Virginia, Washington County Sheriff's Office defends actions. Now, what they're going to be defending is it was said that, the Riverside, California Police Department did not ask for the Washington County Sheriff's Office to do a search warrant. Now, get this. His home that he purchased was in Smith County. That's a whole nother county. I know because this is the area I live in. All right, get what I'm saying? So why would this... Now, when we read the story the other night before we got off, if y'all watched that live, the Washington County Sheriff's Office was spotted by... Now, a neighbor spotted 2 deputies go to Austin Ebb's house and leave with a black trash bag and a deputy's or a sheriff's truck. Okay? So I'm going to read this to you. It says, Washington County Sheriff's Office defends actions of emergency entry into Austin Edwards' Saltville home prior to official search warrant issuance. December 12th, 2022, after being contacted by Riverside, California Police Department on November 25th, 2022, the Washington County, Virginia Sheriff's Office has continued to assist the Riverside Police Department with their multiple homicide investigation involving Austin Lee Edwards, a former Virginia State Trooper, and a recently hired Sheriff's Office deputy. The Sheriff's Office provided information regarding Edwards to Riverside detectives who were able, Riverside detectives who were able to track and eventually pursue Edwards, where the kidnapped victim was located, unharmed during the pursuit on November 25th, 2022. So, we're going to keep reading now. Listen, Washington County Man, y'all. Oh my gosh, you guys. Melissa Wise, thank you so much. Guys, y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. And you know what you did. That's awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Y'all are amazing. I can't even keep focused on here because of my phone going off and everything. Let me see if I can find my phone now. There's my phone. Okay. That way I can play a clip here in a minute. Oh, J Dub, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, my bad. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Who this guy right here? Brainworms. This guy right here. Put a red nose on him. He can pass as a clown. That's funny. Somebody asked where Allie is. She's taking care of some stuff. We still have one child that's still pretty sick, and she's was in there, watching over her, and she's taking care of some stuff in there. But she actually found these this article right here that we're going over. Listen, Marie, it doesn't listen. She said if I had the money, I'd be a member. Look, we treat everybody the same here. It doesn't matter if you're a subscriber or a member. When we do members only lives, we make them public to you guys after we do them, so that everybody gets treated the same. Because we know everybody, has different incomes and everything. That's not. Look, you get the same content here as everybody else does. Uh, we just try, every once in a while to do something special for our members because they do support us and do the extra mile. But thank you for being here. As a subscriber, you are just as important as everybody else is. So, and that's to everybody here. Thank you so much. Um, let's see. Hey, Prissy Penny Pincher. Yeah, guys, if you don't care, go hit that thumbs up for me. I would appreciate that. I know it's late and there's going to be people coming in. Listen, before we go any farther with this and I read any more of this, a lot of people haven't been getting notifications for our live streams. The best way I know to tell you to fix that is first try to go hit the bell again and when you hit the bell, put notifications to all. If that doesn't work, you might have to unsubscribe and subscribe, resubscribe, and then try that again. Hit the notifications and hit them to all again. I've seen a lot of people saying that in the comments that they haven't been getting notifications. Let's see here. Hey, lovely lyrics. Oh, your fingers hurt? I'm sorry. Prayers for speed. Hey, Vicky Flowers. Thank you for the happy birthday. Yeah, I will, Midnight Rain. I will remember her at the end. Um Melissa, is that who? Let me see who it was that said they're. Who was it that said that they're had some passing away in their family? If you'll go ahead and put that in the chat again, if somebody will. Um. Oh, okay. I'm gonna star your comment and. Okay. If there was somebody else, I think it was Melissa. Hey, listen, lovely lyrics. I have the same problem with my hands. I have carpal tunnel in both hands. When I was wearing those Tommy Copper gloves, everybody's like, "Oh, look at Cam. He thinks he's cool in his biker gloves." No, those those gloves. Actually, Brett Favre, that was the quarterback for Green Bay Packers. He promotes those for carpal tunnel in his hands, and they actually work. They're called Tommy Copper gloves. If you have nerve damage, which I have severe nerve damage in my hands, due to a lot of the jobs I worked. I worked for a galvanizing plant for a long time, and it just tore the nerves in my hand up. Um, Try them out. You might like them. They make Tommy Coppers for your calves, for your elbows, your hands. They're really good. All right, guys. So let me pull this back up. All right. So, okay, it says Washington County deputies. Now, this is if you guys just came in, we're going over how the Washington County Sheriff's Office is now, they're pretty much still arguing that they were in the right, and they, after Riverside, uh, San Bernardino County Police Department in California did not ask them to enter Austin Edwards' home, which is the guy pictured right here. Uh, they went to a different county to where this man bought a home in Saltville, Virginia. You know, that's Smith County. And they said that they didn't. And we'll just read this. Just listen. They left with a sheriff's truck and a black trash bag full, and a neighbor got them on video doing so. Okay. So it says Washington County deputies responded to the residence of Edwards and made an emergency entrance into the residence to ensure there were no further victims and to determine the status of Edwards' agency issued weapons. Deputies observed Edwards' uniform, duty belt, and issued police equipment on the back porch of his residence that were clearly visible from the outside. The deputies determined that his duty weapon was not in the holster. This information was immediately relayed to officers in California. The deputies retrieved Edwards' uniform. Hold on, let me get to the next part. This only plays for 25 seconds. It's going to clip over right here. Look at this. Now, I put the stop correction and it's got the devil taking his mask off. Wait till you see the next clip. How I did this. This guy's face fit perfect. Look right here. This is the stop anti-corruption. So it says the deputies retrieved Edwards' uniform, bulletproof vest, and duty belt from the back porch, as well as his assigned patrol vehicle that contained his agency-issued shotgun and agency-issued rifle. Later that evening, the sheriff's office was notified that the pursuit had ended and the kidnapped victim was located and not harmed. The Washington County Sheriff's Office and Smith County Sheriff's Office continued to work with the Riverside Police Department to develop an expedited affidavit for a search warrant. A search warrant was obtained a few hours later on November 26, 2022. This search warrant was served and evidence from Edwards' residence was recovered. So, okay, so check out what they're saying. If this isn't corruption, I don't know what is. They are saying that before they even had a warrant on the 25th of October, or of November, the 25th, two Washington County deputies that were caught on camera went to a Smith County resident without Smith County cops with them, with no Smith County officers or Saltville Police Department. And because there was visible just luckily his uniform, belt, shotgun, and rifle that was all police issued was on the back porch so they could see it. So does that give a cop that doesn't even have jurisdiction in that county, that's not accompanied by that county's officers, to go in and take it? I don't think so. I think that they're all trying to save face with the agency because they hired somebody that had a reckless past. Just like the Virginia State Police let him go, made him resign. I think just because it said he worked for the Virginia State Police, that the Washington County Sheriff's Office went ahead and hired him without looking into it. It's just crazy. So it says, all right. So a search warrant was obtained a few hours later on November 26, 2022. This search warrant was served and evidence from Edwards' residence was recovered. The evidence was released to the Federal Bureau of Investigation for processing. This is an ongoing investigation, and the sheriff's office is continuing to assist the Riverside Police Department. Dates corrected per Washington County Sheriff's Office advised typo in their initial press release. Correction to the dates in the press release. The Washington County Sheriff's Office was contacted by Riverside Police Department on November 25th, 2022 concerning the homicide and the pursuit. On November 26th, the search warrant was conducted. Washington County Sheriff's Office. So, yeah, it just gets crazier as it goes. All right. So before I continue on with that, well, actually, while we're still in this neighborhood, let's do this real quick. Now to the next thing. Of all places, they should do a proper background check. I fully agree. Now, there's a family in California, due to Virginia not looking into this guy's past, which they could easily have found. If anybody can do a background check, you would think the Virginia State Police and a county sheriff would be able to. And now there's 3 people that lives are taken, and a young girl who was catfished by that guy, by this guy behind the mask. She's without a family because of an officer that had a job and was going to go back to work. You know, the coming up Monday. It's crazy. Hey, Damaris. Hey, kitty cats. Okay. Hey, Lana. Yeah, this is just, I mean, that's a sad case. I want to show you this real quick while we're at it. So check this out. All right. So let me go ahead and add this real quick. Let me go ahead and add this to this description really quick. So the link to this story is in the description of this video. All right, I updated the description. Okay. So former Radford police captain in Virginia charged with use of electronic device to solicit minor. Here's another one. Authorities say an investigation was initiated in September. This is that captain, Christopher Caldwell of Carroll County Sheriff's Office. So the Radford City Police Department says they were made aware of the investigation on September 4th, and Caldwell was placed on administrative leave on September 6th. After being placed on administrative leave, Caldwell resigned. The men and women of the Radford City Police Department are very disappointed. Are very disappointed to learn of the arrest of former Captain Chris Caldwell. The charge and allegations against him, if proven true in a court of law, are abhorrent and reprehensible. These accusations against a former employee in no way reflect the professionalism and high standards of this Radford City Police Department. All staff with the Radford City Police Department hold each other to a very high standard and know that if we break the law, we will be held accountable. And those who are willing to tarnish their badge, their oath of office, and the law enforcement code of ethics no longer deserve to wear the badge. This is one thing I will say. This is the first agency that I have seen actually speak out and say that they're going to hold them accountable. That makes me happy. That the agency, and they did the right thing. They put him on administrative leave, and this guy obviously knew that they weren't going to play with this, and they probably are going to push for the maximum sentence on him. So it says, the men and women of the Radford City Police Department work daily to protect and serve the members of the community, especially the most vulnerable. We will continue to serve at the highest levels and ensure that Radford continues to be a safe community for all, despite the actions of a former employee. Virginia State Police says an investigation into an allegation made against Caldwell was initiated in early September at the request of the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office. Virginia State Police says Caldwell was released on bond and the investigation remains ongoing. I'm just showing you that they are buckling down. And I'm glad to see these changes, because obviously this is a big deal for this to keep happening week after week after week after week. All right. So what I got next for you is good. Now, if you just came in here, what I've got the rest of the Joseph Gully. Now, what I found, we're going to go over. But I think this is important too that we go over. Now this goes into the Summer Wells investigation, and I wanted to show you this because I think a lot of people forget this. And I might open my panel up here in a minute. If I haven't done that in a while, so I would like to do that. Get y'all's thoughts on stuff. So, right, here it is. There? We still there? Cool. All right. And paste. So both those links are there. I don't know what's going on. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? Is that sharing to you guys, or is it? Okay, there it is. It popped back up. There we go. All right. So this says, y'all remember this? It says, watch now. This is from. Okay, it says searchers not question. Now, I want y'all to listen to this. Let's play because you can listen to the article right here. Let me mute out.
Update: Churchill Rescue Squad Captain Tim Koo reported to the Times News Thursday that all paperwork required as a result of the EquiSearch Midwest Beach Creek search this past week, Summer Wells, had been submitted to his agency, as well as the Hawkins office. Koo stated that there were no issues with the searches that were performed or where EquiSearch performed. Just a quick.
All right, so that's a short little briefing of this, but it says Churchill Rescue Squad Captain Tim Coop reported to the Times News Thursday that all paperwork required as a result of the EquiSearch Midwest organization's Beach Creek search this past weekend, Summer Wells, had been submitted to his agency, as well as the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. Coop stated that there were no issues with the searches that were performed or where EquiSearch performed. Well, but don't you guys remember that there was okay, so this is where it says on Tuesday, Churchill Rescue Squad Tim Coop stated that Churchill Rescue Squad is no longer the lead search agency, although it is still on call to resume searching at the request of law enforcement. All right. But do you not remember the argument that they got into when EquiSearch first came? Am I breaking up bad? Was I breaking up bad? How's that now? Is that better? Right. That's exactly what I'm saying, DJ. So if it's on private property, you do not have to have the search approved by the sheriff. There has been so much that they have tried to pull and say that they had to have. Okay, I'm okay now. There's so much that Hawkins County has tried to pull to try to keep people from searching. I don't understand why that is. People really believe that they had to have permission to go out there and search. If it's public property, you can go out there. You can look around. If you have search and rescue training, and even if you don't, if you have permission and you sign a waiver that property owner is not responsible for any damages or injuries that might happen to people on their property, that the searchers are fully responsible for anything they do, then he can't say anything. But this is another problem I have. So a lot of people still wonder about the tree company, right? I do as well. If you guys remember at the very beginning, I know you guys heard this. Now tell me if you heard this. Put a 1 in the chat if you have. If you haven't, then this might be new to you. So it was said that one of the people that worked for the tree company left early on the day of June 15th, and they had drove their own vehicle to work that day. They left around 3:30 or 4:30. Now, it was also stated that there were people that worked for the tree company still around on the property as late as 6:30 or 7:30 p.m. All right. These people had been working in and around the Wells property for 2 weeks prior to her going missing. So they saw where the kids played, where Summer played, where the boys played, what areas of the property they frequented, etc. Now, it's also been said, and I know this from people that were running, kind of a parallel investigation too, that the tree company people were really, they weren't really looked into like heavily. It was like, hey, did you see anything? Did you know this? Or do you know anything happened? No. Okay, thank you. If there were people driving their own vehicles home, that day or whatnot to the job site, who's to say that they couldn't have left, come back, knew where the crews were working at, had a open, time frame, because they had been watching how the family routine happened for 2 weeks, you know, and I'm here to tell you now, one of the Manises, now if you've been following us, the Manises and the Mocks, Mary Sexton's uh, daughters, their new names that they took when they became married, and uh, Christine Mox, which is Sherfy Senior's girlfriend, Christy Mock, sorry. Christine is her sister, Christine Manis, and Christy Mock. They're sisters. Now, Sherfy Senior's is Christy Mock. Now, there was, this is where it gets crazy. There was a Mock that worked for the tree company as well, and a McLean. Jerry McLean was one of the people that passed away that Don had said that might be responsible for Summer's disappearance. Jerry McLean now was said that he had overdosed and passed away just a few months ago. I'd say it's been 5 months ago. Now, one of the McLeans related to him works for the tree company. One of the Mocks works for the tree company. And who are they related to? Where they got ties? They got ties all the way to the Trents, to the Simpsons, to the Lawsons. Now, Sherfy Sr., Christy Mock, both work for Hawkins County Sheriff's Department as corrections officers. And what ties them to another RSO cop, John Allen Biggins? Y'all remember him? The one that tried to meet with a 4-year-old and their mother, but it was a federal sting in Asheville, North Carolina? The Gullys. Right? Zachary Gully was another RSO tied to John Allen Biggins. The Gullys are tied to the Mocks, so on. They're all connected. They all surrounded Summer. This was a rabbit hole that I sweared there has to be something to it. There's too many coincidences. When we went down this rabbit hole, I was like, okay, coincidence 1, coincidence 2, coincidence 3, coincidence 4. When you get up to 10, 20 coincidences, I mean, I don't believe in more than one. So I don't know how you explain that. Could have been a deliberate OD. Could have. So many overdoses. Yes. Yes, and why hasn't a tree trimmer come out to say anything? Now, Leandra R., this thing, there was Davies Tree Company, Wolf Tree Company, Asplund. So this was a contract from the power company to clear the power lines out. So there was multiple tree companies working in that area. I actually have pictures of the tree companies that were out there. Is it true that the owner of Tucker Drywall passed? Cammy Burchett? I have no idea. His name's Richard Tucker. We'll have to look that up. Zach Gully, Michael Gully. That's right. NZ Rocks. And so what I have for you next here is we're going to play the rest. I'm going to let y'all hear the clips of me talking to. Now this is where it's crazy right here. So this was Don Wells' profile picture. This is what led us, after looking and following these gullies. Miss NZ Rocks right here actually was the one who found Mr. Joseph Gully right here in his profile. Did awesome work. But check this out. All these individuals down here at the bottom of the screen, where it says, will the real Joseph Gully please stand up? This is the same one that's pictured up here. The one that's on your far right with the mohawk. This is the one pictured up here in Don Wells' profile picture and over here on his. The guy in the middle is named Joseph Gully. and he's from Rogersville, Tennessee. And then the guy over here on the far left is also Joseph Gully from Morristown and Rogersville area. So I don't know which guy I was talking to. I can only assume it's the one on the far right. But why is there so many Joseph Gullys? So crazy to me. But we're going to listen to my 2 calls with whatever Joseph Gully this is. So the question we had was, people were like, "Oh, Don Wells' profile got hacked." No. When we called Don Wells' phone, the phone number I had the whole time I spoke to him till he went to jail, this guy answered. Joseph Gully. This guy answered. So it leads me to believe. Yeah, check this out. This leads me to believe that he actually was in possession of that phone to have access to Don Wells' Facebook profile, which was probably on the phone because the phone wasn't wiped correctly, or maybe it wasn't done on purpose, for him to add his picture to Don Wells' profile picture, thinking probably it was his Facebook. Strange. Right? Teresa Sutton says, I talked to the guys from Wolf Tree here, and they were not familiar with what I was talking about. Well, I've got pictures of Wolf Tree Company that Gonzo from Real Gon Gonzo took when he was in at the Wells property. He was the first person to go to the Wells property and talk to Don and Candace after Summer went missing. As far as YouTuber looking into the case, somebody like that. So, yeah, this ain't normal. How would he get Don's phone? I plead the fifth. Your guess is as good as mine. Was it give it to him by Candace? So so listen to this. We know Candace was trying to go fishing and she was living it up when Don first went to jail, going fishing, had fishing buddies. Patty Barnett says, Christy Mock is the person who dropped H off at his home after 9 p.m. in a state of shock. Hey, Patty, can you tell me where I can find where Christy Mock was the one that dropped him off? Because I've seen people mention that, and I'd like to see how I would like to verify that. Okay, so Joseph Gully on Wright's cousin has accused blonde Joseph of hacking his cousin's account. So blonde one, I think, might not actually be a Joseph Gully. Oh, okay. So you're saying the one on the far left? So the one on the far right is accusing the one on the far left with the blonde hair of hacking his account? That's interesting. Yeah, that's true too, I Spy. She said maybe Candace sold the phone because she needed money. A lot of people don't know how to clean it. That's true. Very true. So I don't know how Ralph Sharp, I don't know how Gully would have stolen the phone unless he was around Candace at this time. Now listen, this is where it's important because you're all going to hear he's going to deny ever knowing Don and Candace or anything. But if you remember and you heard the call that Nana's Angels made to Don's phone, he says, this is Joe. We all thought it was Candace, right? And he said he would tell Candace and Don that she called. But then let's just listen to what what he says to me. It's in an interview of Allie by JLR. Okay. Thank you, Patty. I'll look for that. Thank you so much. Yeah, kitty cats. It is serious. So, okay, here we go. I don't understand why nobody's in jail on that. Yeah, so Summer went missing June 15th, 2021. The law enforcement hasn't gotten, they haven't done but 3 searches. One was when she first initially went missing. It was 13 days. Then they did a 2-day search in November, months later. And then a 1-day search in March of this year. So they really haven't done much. And go ahead. I don't know how the sheriff's department here in Hawkins County is. I know the one in Greene County, it's basically non-existent. It's there, but getting them to do what they're getting paid to do is impossible. Are you related? Are you related to Zach Gully and them in that group? Zach. Yeah. No, I don't know anybody named Zach Gully. I'm trying to think. What about Rachel Gully? Rachel? Yeah. No. John Allen Biggins? No. I don't know any of those people. Trying to think. There's quite a few Gullys around here. Yeah.
But you said you just moved here.
That's my wife.
Yeah, my name's Allie. I'm sorry. So you said you moved in February of 2021 to the Rogersville area?
Yes, I bought this home in November, but I didn't move in it until February.
Okay.
All right.
Were you from the area originally, or just are you from?
I'm from Mohawk. Mohawk. Okay. The reason we're asking, I'm not trying to be all nosy on it.
Yeah, no.
So I appreciate you talking to us because we're trying to get to the bottom of this, and if the more you talk to us, and like we'll be able to clear that up for you. Because I have no involvement in it. I know you I know that you don't, and what I'm doing is because it's been a big thing on YouTube right now in the Summer Wells case because Don's profile picture got changed to a picture of you. It took actually a couple of months for them to find out who you were. Oh, really? Yeah, because the profile picture, and then if you check out my channel last night, you'll see. You can see I covered it actually. So before we go any farther in this, I want y'all to notice, nobody said he had any involvement in it. But out of nowhere, he says, I have no involvement in this. Keep that in mind. Keep in mind what I said about Nana's Angels talk. This is the first conversation I have, and then a week or 2 weeks later, I called him back. And he answered and he spoke to me again. So, yeah, and that's true, Patty Barnett. Yeah, H did leave. And he said, well, he said he went to Bristol to a park with his girlfriend and her mother. That's what he told Chris McDonough. Patty, he said that he went to a park in Bristol, which is a whole nother city and county, which would be either Sullivan County or Washington County, depending on what part of Bristol he was in, and said that he was there with his girlfriend and her mother. And Allie and Leslie, who has now passed away, went to a football practice or some kind of sport practice. I think it's football practice. All right, so let me see here. Yeah, but this guy had Don Wells. This listen, we're gonna continue to listen. Hold on a second.
Cam from Tracking Cases. I'll look you up after I get finished talking with you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And do you so you've never met Don and you've never met Candace and
No.
okay, well, your best bet's probably to stay away from them if you ever do. They
I'm going to avoid them. You know, I know that they have a lot to lose.
yeah.
I'm going to avoid.
I said this for a reason. I wanted to hear his reply when I said that. I said your best bet stay away from if you know is your best bet. I wanted to hear what he said. Did you hear what he said in response to that? He said it sounds like it sounds like they both have a lot to lose. Hold on, I want to go back right quick and let y'all hear that.
I'm going to avoid them. You know, I know that they have a lot to lose.
Yeah.
I'm going to avoid them. I'm going to avoid
Candace and
no.
okay, well, your best bet's probably to stay away from them if you ever do. They
I'm going to avoid them. You know, I know that they have a lot to lose.
yeah.
I'm going to avoid them. You know, I know the dangers of this world. I've seen and heard of a lot of terrible things happening to people out there in the world.
It's man, it's the evil world we live in. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But so I'll leave you alone after this. I'm trying to get. It's just funny that your last name would be Gully, and there's a Gullys that are tied. Everything the research we've been working on has been so Sheriff Lawson over Hawkins County is a lot of Gullys tie straight into him. Do you know any of?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Do you?
Well, yeah. Well, I've seen pictures of Don Wells before, and you know.
Do you know any of the Mocks or Manuses?
A what?
The last name Mock, M-A-U-K.
M-A-U-K. Mock?
Mock, yeah.
Yes.
You do know some of them?
I've never heard of any of them before.
Oh, okay. What about Manus?
Manus. Yes, I know Manus. Manus is all fine people.
Yeah. So the Manuses that's what I thought. So I figured that you would probably know one of the two. So the Manuses.
All right, I got him right there. Hold on, let me get back up here where we were.
A what?
The last.
So right there, when I asked that question, because I don't think he would have thought that we had tied the Mocks and Manuses. When I said you do know Mocks, he says, yeah, and then he says no, and then he says, yeah, I know the Manuses. Pay attention to this though, because the Gullys are tied right there with it.
Name Mock, M-A-U-K.
M-A-U-K. Mock?
Mock, yeah.
Yes.
You do know some of them?
I've never heard of any of them before.
Oh, okay. What about Manus?
Did you hear that?
Manus. Yes, I know Manus.
He said Mock, yes. And I said, you do know? No, I've never heard of that name before. No, I don't think this guy's a troll. There's too much. Wait till you hear the next call, Patty Barnett. Just wait. Just wait. This guy knows too much. This guy, I don't think he has. Now, if you listen to him on Nana's Angels call, he says that his name is Joe. We all thought it was Candace. It sounded like Candace. Are you not talking about the one that's on the phone? Oh, I'm sorry. Is there somebody in here that's a troll? I'm sorry if I said that's the wrong thing. My bad. Here, I'm going to keep playing it.
Manus is all fine people.
Yeah. So the Manises that's what I thought. So that's I
the Manises are all fine people. Now the Manises also worked at Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. And I'm going to show you a property on the map that's right behind Mary Sexton's, where Cricket Manis, her daughter, Mary Sexton's daughter, owns the property where the prints were located near a white trailer.
figured that you would probably know one of the two. So the Manises tie into.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead.
I was related to the Madisons by marriage.
Okay. That right there's so that right there is probably why you. So yeah, that's exact. So I did a genealogy thing, and I could see where the Gullys had married into the Manises. Well, the Manises. This is going to blow your mind right here. Mary Sexton is Cricket Manis's mom. That's Don Wells' stepdad's sister.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a small world. Yeah, East Tennessee,
It really is, man. It's like I live in Southwest Virginia, so it's about the exact same.
The reason we thought that it was Candace on the call with Nana's Angels is because it was this, this is Joe. Okay, I'll tell him bye, and hung up. And it kind of did sound like Candace. We've talked to Candace a lot on the phone, and we really thought that it might have been her pretending, because it was Don Wells' phone number. Now, guys, he didn't hack Don Wells' phone number and have Don Wells' Facebook also. Like, I don't know how that would happen. And you can't use a text now number or a Google number and enter it in as Don Wells' number if Don Wells' number was active. So he had access to Don Wells' Facebook profile, phone number. See what I'm saying? Candace does talk with a deep voice. And that's why we thought maybe. But it's not Candace. That's what I'm trying to say to you. We know this is not Candace. We know it's the three pictures that it's one of the three guys that I showed you on the previous screen. Just listen. I got two clips, and you're gonna hear a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Who is?
her.
Well, yeah. You care if I might need to speak to you again about if I think about something. You care if I give you a call back, maybe?
I don't mind if you talk to me at all. My best friend here in town got killed about a year ago, and I would like to really know what happened to her.
Well, you know what? That would be who was your best friend?
Jasmine Gilliam.
Jasmine Gilliam. Write that down, babe. Well, look, I'll tell you what. If you will, and it's not an ultimatum or anything. Yeah, I'll definitely help you look.
So Midnight Rain said couldn't if he had a number set up a new Facebook account. That is the same. The reason we saw that the profile picture changed is that was the profile that Don Wells had used the whole time that we first got involved looking into Summer's case. That's the one that he messaged from. That's the one I messaged to first get in contact with Don Wells. So that was that profile where the picture changed to Joseph Gully was Don Wells' Facebook profile. So it's very strange. I still don't know all the answers, but all I know is I called Don Wells' phone number, and that's how I spoke to this guy. Oh, thank you, Prissy Pin Pincher. Did you send it to my phone number or to... You might have to send it to mine, or yeah, if it's a link and stuff, send it to my phone number. I think if you send it to Allie's, it wouldn't have went through. Yeah, that's right. I plead the fifth. That's very, very accurate. She says, no, it's linked to his email. He would have to have been able to get into Don's email also. Very true. Very true. So I'm thinking that he had the actual phone. So here we're gonna he could request a turned off number. I guess so, but that was the number that I called Don Wells on, and Don Wells called me on for 6 months. That's so sad about Jasmine. Yes, that's his friend. He asked us to look into it, and I have looked into it. I think there's a lot of work that needs to be done there. Okay. To her case, if you'll just help me answer a few things, and would you be willing? Let me ask. Okay, cool. I meant to ask you something last week. This is call number 2, and didn't get to call you back. So, just for the record, did you ever see Summer Wells?
No, I've never seen Summer Wells before.
Not with your own eyes?
No.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
I'm trying to clear your name. Because. Did you hear that? I said, have you ever seen Summer Wells before with your own eyes? He said, not that I know of. No, he said first. He said, not that I know of. Just keep listening. Again, this is the second phone call about 2 weeks later, because I know it'd be a week later. Maybe. I'm not for sure. It was a little bit of time had went by. There's just nothing. And now Candace has started another Facebook. So she likes to have fishing buddies and stuff. And I hope I'm not, digging too privately, but y'all didn't like become boyfriend and girlfriend or anything, did you?
I've never met her.
Yeah, please. Yeah, probably wouldn't be your type. I saw your picture, and Candace is a little rough one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's a rough one. But she might use you as a worm, throw you out there to fish with.
I know what you're talking about.
I've had them like that with me too, buddy. Like, how don't you get your ass out there? Mind you, I'm trying to make him laugh to soften him up to talk to me. There's the reasons behind, so just listen to what he says. If you make them laugh, let them get comfortable with you, they'll tell you more. You working today?
Yes, I gotta go to work anyway.
All right, okay. I ain't gonna take up a lot of your time.
Oh, that's fine.
Let me ask you this: Are you related to Ronnie Lawson?
Ronnie Lawson?
Sheriff?
No, I'm not related to him. Not that I know of.
Any police officers for Hawkins County Sheriff's Office?
Hawkins County, no. I'm related to the former sheriff of Hamilton County.
Of Hamilton County.
Yeah.
Okay. You know where Bristol is, right?
Bristol, yes.
All right. So I'm in the same county. That's where I live. Same county as Bristol. And that's why this case hit so close to home, because out there in Beach Creek, man, you wouldn't think something like this would happen, but what do people that live around here, what would they do? They would have to do, it'd have to be out somewhere like that, because that's all there is country.
Yes.
And you get all these experts, these city slicker cops that come in here thinking they know everything. Well, yeah, me and one of them, he's a ex-retired cold case cop. I told him, I said,
whatever happened in California probably doesn't happen the same around here. So, he's just, it's ridiculous, man. What would, in your opinion, if I was to ask you this, so say, do you know about anything about Summers, like how she lived out there in the middle of nowhere, all that? Are you familiar with the case?
I've seen
Okay.
a little bit of stuff about the case, and
Well, what I'm getting at is, so if somebody was to really want to target that child in this kind of, what would they have to do? They would have to do what they had to do, right? They would have to, if they wanted to get up that mountain, it wouldn't be hard without anybody seeing them.
yeah,
And that, I've been fighting that point, because they're like, well, it doesn't.
Pay attention to this. This is why I asked him this. Now listen to this. I wanted to see his reaction. I said, so if somebody wanted to get up there and they live here in the mountains and they wanted to get up there to take a child, they were going to get up that mountain. They're going to do what it takes. Did you hear what he said? Pay attention to this. This is very important. And I wanted to hear his reaction to this. If he's not familiar with the case, I said, so are you familiar with the case? If he's from Rogersville and he's living in Rogersville, if he's from Morristown, if he's from Greene County, the surrounding case, he knows about the Summer Wells case. You know a lot about it. So Discovering the Truth says, I looked him up. He lived in Hamlin County so there's two of them. Did you see that part? Now, when you look them up on Facebook, there's a bunch of them from Morristown. There's a bunch of profiles, different pictures, whatnot. So I don't know which one I'm talking to. I don't know if this one's been hacked by his cousin or if the real person used this guy's picture. Somebody has that phone number and is acting like somebody. Something doesn't make sense. He says that he's kind of heard about the case. He also, if he works for Pizza Plus, where you deliver pizzas all over the county in Hawkins County, you mean to tell me you're not going to hear people talk about Summer Wells case, and you're dealing with the public, right? So I said, now just pay attention when I ask him certain things and listen to the reply. I want to hear what he says. If he don't know much about the case and he doesn't know the terrain out there or the area or to get up a hill, he's not going to say, yeah, right, they're going to come up, they're going to do what it takes. I just wanted to hear his reply. It could mean nothing, could mean something. I just think that it's very strange.
It doesn't go with the rest. What they have to do? They would have to do what they lived out there in the middle of nowhere, all that. Are you familiar with the case?
I've seen
Okay.
a little bit of stuff about the case, and
Well, what I'm getting at is, so if somebody was to really want to target that child in this kind of, what would they have to do? They would have to do what they had to do, right? They would have to, if they wanted to get up that mountain, it wouldn't be hard without anybody seeing them.
yeah,
And that, I've been fighting that point, because they're like, well,
I said it wouldn't be hard without anybody seeing them, right? Yeah. Just pay attention.
it doesn't go with the rest of how statistic goes for other cases. I said, because this ain't another case. This is in its own area.
yes.
It's just too much. And I hate, like I said, I hate to bug you, but with your Facebook picture popping up on there, buddy, there's a lot of people asking questions. And I was respectful with how I talked about after we talked last time. What I was going to ask you, would you be willing to come on and talk to me? I'll keep your anonymity. I will make sure that you are protected. Would you want to come on the show?
I really, the thing is, I really don't know anything about this.
You don't have to. That would actually, you know what it would do? The less that you know, the better it's going to look on you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and people will say, hey, okay, because right now with the way your picture showed up in Don Wells' profile picture, people are asking lots of questions. Now, when I talked to him the other night on my live, I said, I don't
Trina.
really know that he knows anything. The only thing that I could ever speculate on is that he got his hands on a phone that Don and Candace might have sold to somebody else that sold to him. I don't know how you acquired your phone, but
I bought my phone new from Walmart.
hell, that's crazy. That is so.
Did you hear that? I bought my phone new from Walmart. If he bought his phone new from Walmart, he just happened to get Don's number and his picture shows up on Don Wells' Facebook. Come on now. Come on. I mean, and did you hear him when I said, so on the first recording, I took out a little bit of the end one because it had some of my information in it and I was trying to be careful, but I asked him if he would come on and talk to me and he said no, he did not want any part of it. So listen now what he says now after I said that, if you come on, this will be strange. Now listen to
Research the right numbers.
A lot of stuff, with my Facebook account don't make sense. So there's another guy that's got my account with his picture on.
Were you friends with Bullhorn Betty? You know who that is?
I've never heard of Bullhorn Betty.
There's a profile with your name and it said so Bull.
Got my account with his picture on. A lot of stuff, with my Facebook account don't make sense. So there's another guy that's got my account with his picture on.
Were you friends with Bullhorn Betty? You know who that is?
I'm trying to make out what he says right there. He says there's another guy that had my account and used something on it. Did you hear that? I'm trying to make that out. Sorry it's so low. I did the best I could. Someone in chat said they got a phone at Walmart with the same thing. What do you mean, Miss Delta Lady? What'd they say? And Discovering the Truth, I use a site too where I can find out. It says, when I searched the phone number, it came back to two old women between 70 and 80 years old. Can't remember her name, but she didn't link to any familiar names. See, that's strange. Yeah, if somebody did this as a joke, it ain't funny. And Denise Stagner, this is what I asked him. I said, did he buy his phone from somebody? I didn't know if Candace sold the phone because, yeah, Tim Mullen did have the phone. Then Candace had the phone. Do y'all remember me telling you guys that I asked her? I said, so who are the uppers? And she said, I can't talk on that. And I said, well, where's the phone now? She said, the uppers have it. But then I said, well, if there's anything on that phone, Candace, you need to turn it over to the TBI. Well, they know I have it. And if they want it, all they got to do is ask. She admitted she had it. That was the last time I talked to her. Very strange. I'm going to continue playing this, though. But he said he bought this at Walmart. And then he said somebody had access to his account. someone's playing a game, and somebody, like, he said too much weird stuff. So yeah, and his Facebook account, this one, he was friends with Bullhorn Betty on. That's why I asked that question.
It is.
I've never heard of Bullhorn Betty.
There's a profile with your name, and it said, so Bullhorn Betty's another a YouTuber, and between me and you, well, it's not between me and you, she'll hear it if I play it on my live. Bullhorn Betty, you're a loudmouth piece of shit. Anyway, that's not you. I don't like that woman. How would you, could you imagine staring at her?
That's my honest opinion, in my own opinion. Sorry about that. But lots of problems starting now. Why is she friends with this guy that just all of a sudden has access to Donwell's Facebook account and everything? This is just weird to me. It was not making sense. People can be mad at me or if they want or not. This is right at the time that I tried to apologize to Miss Bullhorn Betty, and she snickered in my face and acted like it was a joke. So
To speak to somebody who screams at you through a bullhorn.
No, that'd be terrible.
Yeah, she'd probably have to be eating that thing. I'd be like, here, why don't you just wear it on this side of your hind end, and then they don't have to worry about it. But no, she said, so there was a profile that had you friends with her. Just trolls, probably.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Let me ask you this, okay? I'll ask you this. Do you know Jody Sue Brown?
Who?
Jody Sue.
Jody Sue.
Yeah, Jody Sue Brown.
No, I don't know who that is.
Or Andy Bernard.
Andy Bernard. No, I don't know who that is either.
Okay. Well, see, that helps you in the best way. If you
sorry guys about the sound. I tried to put this together where we could at least go over it, and I didn't know it got so low in some points. I'll try to go back over it and make what he says louder.
I'll ask you, and if you can think about it today, give me a call back this evening. If just think about it, would you? If you might want to come on this evening, give me about 15 minutes of your time, and I'll leave you alone. Clear your name. What we talk about be the same as what we're talking about right now.
I'll think about it. I try not to do anything in life without thinking about it.
Yeah.
I make a lot of mistakes in life just by rushing into things.
We can do it recorded too, if you'd like to do it that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to clear people out because law enforcement ain't clearing suspects. I'll clear people. I don't think.
Damn, stupid recording. I'm sorry about that. So there's that. Phone, Allie's alarm kept going off. Sorry if that busted your eardrums out. I apologize. Let me see if that's everything. Yeah, that's everything I had on there. Okay, so we're gonna watch the clip. There's that, guys, and you know, that's a lot. That's a lot to go through. I'm gonna try to work on his side of him speaking, try to turn it up. I have the interview with JLR with Allie where we're going to listen to that right now. So let me pull that up real quick. That's true. I don't think he doesn't know anybody. If you go back and listen to that guy has a lot. He answers questions with a question, just like everybody said. I think there's something. It's something there. All right.
She had a lot of outside people that were. She was clinging onto.
Did Hunter say like anything was going on in the car? Like she was. Did you ask him?
He
Like,
wouldn't
was
talk.
she alive? Was she awake?
He wasn't in the right state of mind when he came back, Ellie.
He wasn't talking. Like,
No.
I asked him how it was. He said fine. And then I didn't know anything about the alcohol at that time. His girlfriend's mom picked him up about 3:30, 4 o'clock. And when she came back with him, she goes, I got something to tell you. Hunter's got something to tell you. I'm like, what? He goes, Candace gave me alcohol.
In those puff.
That day,
Yes.
Yes.
And puff bars
Puff
at
bars.
the.
swimming hole.
I said, what?
What kind of alcohol?
Those twisted teas.
What are puff bars?
They are a nicotine type.
Why would she do that?
Yeah, why not? And the kids all like it.
All the kids do them around here. Like,
So is it?
Mine when he came back, Ellie.
he wasn't talking. Like,
No.
I asked him how it was. He said fine. And then I didn't know anything about the alcohol at that time. His girlfriend's mom picked him up about.
Thank you, Laura Croft.
4 o'clock. And when she came back with him, she goes, I got something to tell you. Hunter's got something to tell you. I'm like, what? He goes, Candace gave me alcohol.
In those puff.
That day,
Yes.
Yes.
And puff bars
Puff
at
bars.
the.
swimming hole.
I said, what?
What kind of alcohol?
Those twisted teas.
What are puff bars?
They are a nicotine type.
Why would she do that?
Yeah, why not? And the kids all like it.
All the kids do them around here. Like,
So is it possible Hunter was under the influence
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe so. I really
What
do.
was
and
it
really
you
didn't
needed
know
when
if
he showed
Candace
up?
or if
She said that he was like
He-
not himself.
He was not himself. I knew
was
something was
quiet.
wrong.
He did.
And he will not talk. He's scared shitless. Maybe they threatened him because I know them to threaten kids because
And
they
later
threaten my
on-
grandkids.
Later on that night, Hunter shut down. And I didn't even know anything. And he had texted his girlfriend something. Her mom called me. I spazzed. Hunter was not himself. I called him a friend of mine because Grandma was home.
Yeah, sure, you come get me.
Yep.
I had to put my three clothes back
Oh my
on.
God! Even you're almost in tears. And I said, "What's wrong? You want to talk to me? You want to come out of it or nothing?" He was just sitting there, rocking back and forth. My homegirl had to come, and we had all we could do to get him out of that house, out of his room, and sit him at this table. I had to call TVI back up. He was trying.
Something happened at that water hole that
I
he
think
saw.
he's sobered up.
It is Prissy Penny Fincher, but I'm trying to find where they say who Hunter's girlfriend's mom is. Is that in this clip? Because I'm gonna keep listening. I just want to see if they do say Christy Mock here. Yeah, NZ Rocks. I the same here. I don't remember them saying anything about that. Oh wow, thank you, Aussie Trisha. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So let me keep on playing here and see what.
Or whatever you want to call it, and remember, maybe she did drown there. Maybe she did,
He will not talk about it.
but he will not talk about it. He wasn't the same when he
That's
came
pretty
back.
bad in and of
I'm
itself,
sorry.
You know that.
I'm sorry.
And I
Sorry.
didn't know because he refused to go to school. Candace had received a phone call that day in the car.
No. Candace.
saying? Oh, the
What was that about? She pointed. Did she say don't you say anything? No, Kiko. Yesterday was my birthday. They're just telling me, wishing me a late happy birthday. So, yeah, that's that's why people are saying everybody's saying happy birthday to me. Hold on, let's keep listening.
day after he was interrogated by TBI, Candace had the mouth shut in the house. With her grandmother. Well, with her mother. I'm in the bathroom, so I can't come to my son's rescue unless I take the toilet with me. And I said, Hunter, there. I'm like, who's here? He's like, Candace. I'm like, great, take a shit.
Yeah.
And by the time I got out here, they were already left. I said, what did she say to you? What did they say to you? Did they threaten you? He goes, no, Mom, it's good. He goes, all they did was ask me what I told the TBI because they said that I could tell them because they're the ones that sent me. I said, first of all, I don't think they're the ones that sent them here. I said, you're on YouTube in a TikTok video. It was a matter of time before they came and got you because I was gonna call them myself and tell, hey, look, my son was with them that day. Like he's the one that's in the TikTok video because everyone's questioning who's this boy that's in the TikTok video.
And they probably did threaten them because they threatened. We had an incident. I had an incident with
Have you
him.
guys thought about getting him into a psychiatrist?
You had an incident with him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he's getting the help
CPS
now.
came and they came down to
Yeah.
interrogate
I
my
just-
granddaughter.
I really would like to
Matter
say
of
to
fact,
them,
Candace's mother
you
wanted to take my
know,
oldest
if
granddaughter
something's on
outside.
your mind,
My
please
oldest
tell
granddaughter
them.
flipped
They
her
can
wig
help
and
you, help you sort
slammed
it
the
out.
door, cussed her out.
Candace's
Mother. And Candace, and she ran off, and she goes, well, your granddaughter ran off. And I said,
I'm here.
she's fine, and she'll come back. I said, what'd you say to her? Well, she goes, I just said that.
Patty, are you talking about at the very beginning when she says that? Called her, Cam said Chrissy called her around 9 p.m. before dropping him off. Okay. Let me see here. Oh, wow. That's awesome. So somebody just sent me something. I want to read this real quick. We'll look at, hold on a second. I want to read this real quick. So somebody just sent this. This is pretty awesome. It says, what do you think Summer would say if she could speak to us today? How do you think Summer would feel about this entire ordeal? Would Summer want to come home? Would Summer want to be found? It's been 17 months since she has been around. Innocent and perfect in every way, in every sense of the word. Where is Summer Moon Utah Wells? Her voice should be heard. And then it says, Summer, forget me not. Forget me not, for I am here. I cannot tell you where I am. It's been so long, I don't remember my home. It's not about who's right and who's wrong. It's about every child who just got gone. I don't know what I did to be taken away. I'm really, really sorry if I was bad that day. Would someone tell my mommy how much I truly love her? I beg for her to come and get me. I promise I won't cause trouble. Grandma, how about you? Can you come get me? Or bring me a piece of candy? I promise to be good. I saved a special hug for you. Forget me not, for I am here. I have a mom and I have a dad. They didn't protect me, but I'm not mad. I'm sure they did their very best. Some say mom and dad is a mess. I wish people wouldn't say such things and think about how much hurt that brings. Daddy, I'm your little girl. Remember how I love to twirl. Daddy, please, please, please come get me. I want to be free. Look over there. See that tree? That's my swing. It was made for me. I want to swing way up high. I want to be free and touch the sky. Daddy, daddy, it says, Daddy, please, please, I want to come home. Hateful, ugly, unkind words, no matter if true or not, please be kind to one another. It really would mean a lot. The world only sees the worst, but they have good in them too. Mom and Dad love me. It has to be true. They took me to church. I'm thankful they did. It's the most important thing you could ever done for your kid. That's how I know I'm not alone. When I get scared, Jesus is here. Jesus wraps me in his arms. Every time I cry, I say I miss my mommy. I say I miss my daddy too. I even miss my brothers. I hope to see them soon. Jesus says he understands as he wipes the tears from my eyes. He tells me about the cross and about the day he died. Jesus tells me a story of how much he loves you too. Mommy, I want you to know him. You would see he's really cool. He has so much compassion for each and every one. I wonder if you miss me. I wonder if anyone will ever come. I know the world loves me. Mommy and Daddy does too, but is law enforcement doing everything they can do? Please try to find me. I don't like this game. Doesn't matter how it happened. No one is to blame. To each and every one, no matter what you have done, just ask for God's forgiveness, for he gave his only son. Forget me not, for I am here. I hope I make you proud. I say my prayers every night. I say them out loud. I pray you find your way. I ask God to keep you safe. I hope you come to get me. I hope you come today. Forget me not, for I am here. It says life is too short. Time goes fast. Please love one another. Leave hate in the past. Forget me not. Summerman, Utah Wells, for I am here. That was pretty good. Wow, I saw that pop up and I just read the first little bit. I don't know. That's the first time I've seen that. Yeah, I know. I hope that she gets justice. This case it's so hard. You can't just leave it and go on to something else and just forget it's there. Like there's still a lot of work to be done. 3 searches, 8 days, 2 days, and 1 day in 17, 18 months. It says written by HDY 11/15/2022. Yeah, I'll ask if I have permission to post that. I'll see if I have permission to post that and see what they say. Well, that broke my heart. All right, guys. I think that's all I'm going to do tonight. We've been on here an hour and 45 minutes. I think that's enough. It's late. Thank y'all for coming on this late and joining me. I think there was some interesting stuff in here. I think if you get a chance, go back over it, listen to it again. I'm going to try to enhance the phone calls with him, and maybe we can maybe we can figure something out. Maybe we can call him again and see what he has to say. Let's pray and let's get out of here. So, Midnight Rain and Melissa for prayer. Nature Lover, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Thank y'all. Let's see here. Rebecca Cassell, that's exactly where I'm at, is looking at the very beginning. I've went to the beginning 3 or 4 times, and we just got to keep our eyes open and have fresh eyes and that's why we try to be objective and not look at, blame at anybody till we go where the evidence goes, because you can go back to the beginning and find one thing that you missed and it might lead you to something different. That's why I paid attention to, even though people might not think that the Facebook picture and Joseph Gully, people might not think that mattered, but I feel like it matters. I feel like there's a reason that all these names and everything keep popping up. Zach Gully, John Allen Biggins, to all these cops that work for Hawkins County Sheriff's Office that lived all around Summer, cops that were getting caught for, images of children. Sherfy's son, over 1,000 images. Randy Hass lives right down the road, is related to Polly Bernard, is married to, I think, her niece. It's a lot. So let's pray, and Marie will pray for you. And thank you guys so much. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for everything you do. We ask and lift up Midnight Rain, Lord. We ask that you be with her, put peace in her heart with the things that are going on with her family and her mother, Lord. We lift up Melissa and ask that you put peace in her heart, Lord. We don't understand why our loved ones are taken away from us so soon, but God, we know that you just had a plan for them and you needed them with you, God. Let us not get distracted, Lord, by the things that do not matter, Lord. We got to remember to love one another, Lord. We lift up Marie. We ask that you, we just pray for her. We ask as prayer warriors for her. God, anybody that's in here right now that has a unspoken prayer request, we ask that you meet them right where they are. Answer their prayers, God. Be there for them. We ask that you bring justice to these cases, Lord. Let Summer's case be solved, and let the right person have to, pay for the things they've done. And if it truly was something as her walking away, God, we ask that you just put people in the right place, the right time, find her so we can, put her to rest and get answers for what happened. If it is that she walked away, then so be it. But Lord, it's all in your timing, not ours. And you have perfect timing, as it's all in your will. Again, Lord, thank you for putting the breath in our lungs every day. Thank you for loving us when we're not easy to love. And thank you for being there for us when sometimes we don't deserve it, and we don't show you the respect that you deserve. And in Jesus' name I pray, amen. That's all I got, guys. Thank you so much for tonight. Thank you for joining me. It's late. For me and Allie, we say good night. Remember, at the end of the day, everybody wants justice, but justice doesn't have to be carried out with hate. I think that's everything. Till next time, keep on cracking. God bless. We love you. We will see you next time.